Hello, Geekai here, and welcome back to Project Nihilum 0. Last time, we accidentally yeeted a child and then joined the cult. Yes, I had to mention kicking Rope in the stomach. It's become my unfortunate legacy on Discord following that incident. I got nicknamed Child Eater by Byaku herself. My food legacy is going competition, I guess. This time, we're going to finish Episode 3 and all the new stuff that came with the Bounty Hunter route. So let's just get right into it. Small reward. Alright. So this is the last of the episodes in the Bounty Hunter route that are as of right now. Because it's 3 episodes per each route. I completely forgot to mention that, 2 episodes ago? But I am mentioning it now. Yeah, there's 3 episodes for each one. So this is our last episode for the Bounty Hunting route. Bounty Hunting route. Yeah, good job. Good job, me. Already off to a great start. Ooh. I like this. I keep saying it. I need to stop, getting, so, on the music, even though it's so worth it. 02, 11, 2969. 0300 hours. 0300. That is absolutely not... I swear I know military time. Everything I have is in military time. Like my computer, my phone, all that stuff. I just apparently do not know how to say it out loud. I'll learn for later. I totally won't. Bounty Hunter basis. Shortly afterwards, you wake up again. A quick glance at the clock reveals that less than half an hour has passed since you went to bed after the initiation ritual. So much for deep sleep. Okay, maybe it was a deep sleep, but it wasn't very long. Never said it was a long deep sleep. It's just a short one. You sigh, roll onto your side, then wrinkle your nose. Takes a moment to identify the smell. That smells good. It smells delicious? Of course, the first thing he is thinking of when he wakes up is the food. Of course it is. What else? Ugh, excuse me. That was a burp or something. I did not just recently eat. I don't know why that happened. It smells delicious? Your gaze darts toward the door. You're still tired, but you decide to start the day in the rhythm of bounty hunters. I want the food. Dressed in a simple shirt and shorts as pajamas, you quickly put on socks and worn slippers so you're not completely at the mercy of the cold here in the hideout. You tiptoe quietly to the door, open it, and peek out into the hallway. Ugh. Right. You squint your eyes and wait a moment until you get used to the glare of the lights. Then you sniff the air again and follow the scent, like a bloodhound to food. You pass the kitchen, but the smell is faint here. You're sure it's coming from the living room. You carefully push the door open a crack, just enough to peek into the living room. The large dining table against the wall is set with rolls, spreads, and plates covered with crumbs from those very rolls. You don't seem to have been as quiet as you thought, because Tora turns her head toward the door and waves you over. Come here, you must be hungry, right? Rope has also noticed you and pats the chair next to her with one hand. Tora is sitting across from her. There is also a free chair next to her. I'm going to sit with Rope. Can this be considered like an apology for, kicking you in the stomach earlier? Because I really do feel bad about that. Rope is very excited. Oh, that's so cute. I'm assuming apology accepted. Oh my god, I love her. You smile, then approach the spot Rope has offered you. The girl wiggles her legs cheerfully and giggles. With slow, rather cautious movements, you settle down on the chair's seat cushion, which has been patched up several times. You slide back and forth a little, trying to make yourself more comfortable. It's obvious that the bounty hunters take whatever materials, objects, and food they can get their hands on. But hey, they're alive and free. Here, take this. She pushes a clean plate over to you, then points to the fragrant rolls in a small, cute basket in the middle of the table. As you cut and fill your roll, you watch Tora and Rope lift their masks slightly and push them up so they can take a bite of their rolls. You silently observe the two of them eating, quite conspicuously. Impractical, isn't it? You nod somewhat sheepishly, then take the first bite of your breakfast. A warm wave spreads through your body. You sigh happily. Food can be so wonderful, as long as it's not the slop from the labs. And even that I was willing to eat, because food is food. Quote of the year, guys. This isn't working, damn it! And now there's chocolate spread stuck to the girl's mask. She wipes off the residue with the paper towel, then stares angrily at her sandwich. Stupid mask! Eat in your room. Site says I'm not allowed to because I don't finish my food, forget the leftovers, and don't clean up. Tora sighs and turns to you. I don't want to make you feel guilty, but right now we're all wearing masks because of you, even when we eat. You pause and stop in the middle of taking a bite. Why? Well, you're a member of our group for now, but we have to be careful. You can guess what Tora means. We may be bounty hunters, but both the labs and specialized government units are after us. When we go into town to run normal everyday errands, we usually do so without masks so as not to attract attention. What if you were a spy and saw us here without our masks? Then you would be able to recognize us in town and hunt us down. She makes a very good point. I wouldn't want to go back to the labs. I'd be fighting tooth and nail to get away from them. So, like, making this decision of like, oh, we're gonna hide our faces so that you can't know who we are actually kind of helps a lot, and I cannot blame them for that. I see. It's nothing personal. Being cautious is almost the only thing we can do to protect ourselves. Her gaze wanders over to Rope, who is still struggling with her sandwich. Tora sighs again, but this time there is sadness in her voice. She says to you a little more quietly, We've been lucky so far. We have to protect Rope in particular. She wouldn't stand a chance in a fight against the catchers. I will fight for her. I will protect her. That one, that's my baby now. I don't know how old she is. I don't care. That's my baby. I'm protecting her with my life. I love her. I love her a lot. She's so freaking... I love her. Like I think she became my favorite. She became my favorite. You swallow and nod. You realize that they see you as a potential risk, but are still giving you the chance to prove yourself and become a loyal member. A small smile creeps on your lips. Don't worry. I'll respect your precautions and help you as best I can. Tora puts her mask back on properly, but makes no move to leave. She rests her chin on her hand and listens as Rope talks about the creepy catchers with her mouth full. Suddenly, Rope changes the subject. Aslak, why are you here anyway? You stop chewing as your gaze wanders thoughtfully around the room. Scythe found me and brought me here? But you're not prey, are you? Scythe only brings prey here. I'm not prey. I'm a bounty hunter on probation now. Now, what are your dreams? What do you want to do later? Tora giggles amusedly and also waits eagerly for your answer. You remember what Delta at last asked you to do? I want to experience things and get my memories back. If I return to places I used to be, maybe I can regain some of them. You have memories? She almost drops her sandwich in shock. I don't have any. I grew up in a lab as a baby, and then at some point I was rescued. But Mallow... You look over at Tora, who is about to explain. Mallow is one of us, currently on the road. Her memories were also erased. Sometimes she gets little pieces back, especially after trips to certain places in the city. So it can work. Both nod as Rope devours the last bite of her sandwich. Then she brushes the crumbs off her clothes, which fall onto the table, chair, and floor. Her gaze seems to be focused on you, and she confidently puts her hands on her hips and waits. Come on, this'll be fun! What exactly is planned? Tora also rises elegantly from her seat, quickly stacks a few plates, and then follows Rope, who is already excitedly hopping through the living room's... Oh god, words. Who is already excitedly hopping through the living room toward the door. Oh, just a little exercise after breakfast. She giggles. You, however, just raise an eyebrow and follow the two of them. Oh. In front of you, in the middle of the small pit which is just big enough for a small fight, stands a wooden training dummy. I wish I could read. And just like that, the little blonde is back, holding your blood-red dagger in her hands. Hey, Rope, what did I say? You can't just go into other people's rooms. Aw, but Ocelot can start right now. She looks at you expectantly, her hands folded in front of her chest. Tora also seems to be looking forward to a training fight between you and the training dummy. Taking a deep breath, you step into the small pit, gripping the handle of the cold dagger tightly. It won't be that difficult, huh? Oh, it looks so silly. I love it. Oh, we're only at half stamina. Okay. Well, anyways, we're gonna go fight the dang thing. And since I guess we have this dagger, we might as well make use of it. Ocelot uses dagger. You missed. How did I miss? What? Anyways, let's try that again. The dummy was hit. Oh yeah, so as I pointed out, I did end up doing this all before because unfortunately my microphone quality on my headset was garbage. And so whenever you first do this, it pulls up a thing that's like, it's the dummy's turn. And then it's like, the dummy didn't attack. It's a training dummy. What did you expect? Or something like that. I'll have to edit that, like, dialogue thing in. I'm assuming that happens even if you miss. I thought maybe, like, because I missed it didn't trigger that, but yeah, just something to note, because I guess it just doesn't pop up the second time whenever you've done this, after you've already done this fight once. And yeah, so we're just gonna keep wailing on this dummy. We're close to, like, getting it down, but it's taking a while. It's taking too long! I may put, like, the fight music from the previous fight in the— How did I miss again?! The first time I did this fight, I hit every single attack, I swear. I have video footage and it's gonna be up there, but yeah, I cannot believe I missed twice. Anyways, the dummy lost because it's a training dummy. What did you expect? With each attack, the movements become more familiar, but even the smallest movements drain your strength. Now, after your victory, the blood is rushing through your ears. Your gaze remains fixed on the training dummy, which lies in pieces on the floor. You proudly smile at Rope and Tora, who applaud you appropriately. Then your gaze wanders to the door. Leaning against the frame is Luca, arms crossed in front of her chest. She approaches, also applauding, albeit obviously sarcastically. Unbelievable! No one has ever fought so clumsily with a dagger as you! A record. Oh, it's definitely a record because I missed twice. Which is wild. And then there's the number of attacks it took to destroy the dummy. Effectiveness is definitely not your strong suit. Bravo! That was really entertaining to watch. I know. I want to learn. Luca likes your response? Okay, so we're kind of like at even now again, because like, I made Luca and Rope not like me, and then I made them like me. So I guess I'm kind of neutral. I don't know how that system all works. I will one day probably figure it out, because of course I'm going to be looking at every dang dialogue thing possible. Luca freezes in her movement. She had expected a cheeky contradiction. Not that you're really ready to learn. That I'll save the cheekiness for later. I may be a little, oh, to hell with it, I've already sworn before on this channel, a little shit ass. But that's a later time. She tilts her head and seems to think for a moment. Huh? If you're ready for some strenuous training, then I'll be fair and give you one chance. You smile kindly and are about to reply when... Luca, you and Shadow come with me. We'll meet Mallow and Tommy outside. And with that, she's gone again. Luca, still a little unsure about your behavior, adjusts her mask and follows Scythe. We'll have time for a little fight sometime. I'm looking forward to it. Your fight will take place sometime. The only question is whether Luca will abide by the Codex or kill. anyways, that's the end of the bounty hunter route. So, I hope you guys all enjoyed it, because I sure did. Because again, my microphone quality was crap, apparently. Which makes me so sad, because, like, I love being able to share my initial reactions. I tried to recreate some of them, but they probably fell a little flat compared to what I normally would have. That video is already up at this point, whenever you see this, because I'm just gonna post it all as, like, one video and just be like, hey, microphone is garbage, so here, just take it. Have fun. I don't know. But yeah, so next time, for real, we are going to be dragged back into the laboratories kicking and screaming for the next route. Until next time.